Honey, you better go get yourself a kuretake palette. These things gonna sell out. Today we're going to be looking and reviewing the results from the lightfast portion of that other previous video where I reviewed and tested 4 different price point palettes against each other. Don't mind the tape marks all over my window. I tried. And this is where I had everything taped up. So I had all 3 of the pages worth of palette swatches right here. They get sun all day until about direct sunlight until I'd say like 2 o'clock, and then it's just backlit. Okay, so here are all of our swatches, and I'm thinking just because if you can see there, we've got a lot of fading going on right there. So let's check out this one first, but I'm gonna have to carefully peel this. Ooh, let me zoom in. Real intimate shot of this peel point. Look at that. Intimate, yeah. Honestly, the tape is like peeling up some of the color, but woo! Can you see the difference in some of these color peels? Okay, the blues seem to have held up, and the greens a lot better than anything with red or yellow in it. So here are the swatches for the Arteza brand. So this is 2 months of being in direct sunlight every single morning all summer. So you can see here, look at the pinks and the reds and the purples here. They have faded greatly. This one here has faded almost completely. Same with the red and just the reds. The reds in general have faded completely. If you were to mix any of these primary reds or any of the reds with any other color, these would fade out as the other color stays. So it would make your painting look really muddy. I'm just gonna hope the colors are a little more accurate than what I'm seeing on the camera, because this looks brown. You guys can't really see on camera. This turquoise, it's a little bit lighter on this side, less saturated. Same with the green. Here, especially in these browns, you can really see, as I was talking about earlier, these are browns that contain red in it. So you can see that the red has kind of faded from it, leaving that neutral colored brown instead of that reddish deep color. Your yellows will become desaturated. Your reds will completely fade over time. Mind you, this is your probably main red you'd be mixing, and it's completely faded. Reds, a no-go. Yellows, they'll last for a bit, but try to keep them out of the sun, like I said. Let's zoom back in and move on to the peel porn on the Winsor and Newton side. But there's no difference. Can you see it? In person, nothing has faded at all. Nothing. They're all the exact same on both sides. Winsor Newton would be the winner. And this is the Cotman set. So this is their lower student grade tier. There's not much to say. It didn't fade at all. Even the purple, and purples and the pinkies tend to fade a lot just due to their nature. So wow, I'm really surprised. No fading at all. Zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out. Now onto the kuretake set. This set went out onto the window on the 8th. They all did, but a couple of them fell, so I'm just gonna say the 9th. And from what I've done on research, the kuretake set is very wishy-washy on its light fastness. So we're gonna peel these up and see just how bad they faded. It is also noteworthy to say again, none of the paint peeled up this time, unlike with that Arteza, which is just very strange. But we've got no fading, guys. Look at that. No fading whatsoever on any of these purples, reds, and greens. These, not purples. What am I talking about? Excuse me, sir, can you not rev your engine every time you come down the street? There are people filming, you know, I'm filming. So far, kuretake is looking like my favorite because the kuretake set is very vibrant, and I'm finding out it's light fast too. So let's peel up the blues. Guys, I'm just in shock. To get 48 colors, and it seems like this blue right here faded ever so slightly. It seemed like it had a bit of purple mixed in, and that purple faded. So I guess we'll see how bad the purple's faded. I looked at some reviews and they had really bad reviews in terms of the light fastness. So even the skin tones here, and the pinkies, the pink, the purple here, no fading whatsoever. Not a lick of fading. None of the red browns faded. None of my skin tones faded, which if you are a character painter, you know these two colors in terms of yellows tend to fade the worst. So your character will lose its skin color but keep the rest of its colors. So this is exciting for me just in the way that I paint. Wow, I'm in shock that the kuretake did really well because I really didn't have high expectations for it. The shimmers didn't fade at all. I'm not surprised. It is a mica powder. It shimmers. So now we are going to move on to the komorebi set. This is that really cheap $20 palette. Here it is. Let me just zoom in. We have no fading from the shimmers. No fading whatsoever on that blue here. It looks very navy, but it's like a sky blue, cerulean blue. Very vibrant on both sides, covered and uncovered. So their blues hold up pretty well. Another piece of tape. I really layered on the tape here to keep the sunlight off of it and ensure that no colors would fade on the inside. We can see that the neons, green didn't really fade. The yellow didn't really fade. That pinkish red did. The orange and the pink did. So these two faded. So be careful with these three colors by the window. But the yellow and green held up perfectly fine. But your main colors, all of these browns, blues, grays, one little emerald green up here, no fading. And guys, remind you, this set was $20. We have no light fastness info on it until now. We have a winner. Oh, look at it. We only got fading on 3 colors for this whole set. The yellows and neutral yellows did not fade at all. The greens didn't fade and none of the blues faded. Look at that, nothing faded. For $20, you can get this set. And the only colors that fade are colors you really shouldn't be using in watercolors or really wouldn't be using in watercolors. But you always can invest in better neons. Arteza is a $30, almost $40 set, right? Komorebi is a $20 set. I love Arteza, but for me to spend this amount of money and it fades so quickly in the sun, and then for me to spend so little money and it not fade at all in the sun is a little mind-boggling to me that none of these colors faded at all, except for these 3 colors. If you do not have a lot of money, oh wait, zoom out. If you do not have a lot of money for a watercolor set, go with the komorebi. It's gonna last in the sun. You can actually do professional work with this and sell it and not fear it's going to fade from this 2-month summer sun just blasting on it set. Don't use the neons for anything. And then you have the kuretake set. If you have a little bit more money, you want to have a little bit of a more opaque painting with it, this is the set for you. So these were the 2 pieces that I created in that last video. This piece you see here, this vibrant, gorgeous, just sun-kissed girl, is made with the komorebi set. This is what you can create with that set. Beautiful, beautiful work, definitely worth the price. This is what I created with the kuretake set. Once again, you have that beautiful, vibrant colors on her chest. You have a really nice neutral brown that they both created, and beautiful purples. I was concerned that the purple would fade over time, and it doesn't, because most purples and pinks do. So to know that their purples and pinks don't fade, this will open up a lot of real estate for creating. And that is it for the video. If you guys would like to see how I rated these in the watercolor review, you can watch that here. Bye!